and welcome. I am back. I'm Mitch. This is Unseen Universe. It's another chill in the bug room session. So Stream Key is in the discussion, in the description, and yeah, as usual, if you want to come on and say hello, do that. So anyway, there's nobody there, so it doesn't really matter. I am going to feed the roaches again. So we'll get that added to the stream. Put that there like that. There we go. And yeah, so I'm going to chop up some roaches for these guys again. So there we go. I have chopped up some roaches again, and I'm now going to feed the predatory beetles. All right, dude. I've been here. How you doing? I'm glad somebody came along. I've been on my own for the last 5 minutes.
Well, I had Streamyard up on my screen, and I'm thinking, well, there's no live on it yet. So then I thought, I wonder if I refresh it. And when I refreshed it, there you are.
Yeah. So yeah, one person. I saw one person came in and then disappeared a few minutes later because I was basically just chopping roaches up. So somebody came in, thought, you know what, he's just I don't know what he's doing. He's just cutting some roaches up. I'm going. So yeah, I thought I'd give the Beatles another. another round of roaches because just in case he's not had enough. Yeah, I've only fed him once in the last in about the last 7 or 8 days, to be honest. So I thought I'll give him while I've got it rigged up. I thought I'd just give him a couple of helpings, just to make sure they're well fed. The Rombadeiras are still connected.
Are they?
Aye, still running strong. So yeah, so I'm happy with that now because even if he didn't connect until like the wee early hours this morning.
He's still been on a fair while.
Well, I came in at 7:15, and they were connected then, and they've basically been connected since then. So they've probably been connected for at least 12 hours now. So I'm quite happy. I'm happy about
that. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
And I need to open all these goodies I've delivered. Not opened them yet. They've all just been sat here doing nothing. So. Get me small roach container. I've I've had another idea for a stream. Something that's a bit of fun.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know whether to. There's one person watching. Don't know whether to tell you or.
No, wait until we're not on.
So I'll wait.
Yeah.
There we go. 1,100 small red runners. Do you think they counted every one of them?
I say this all the
course I did.
time. Why you count them and check, Mitch?
I am. Look, do you think I should count them? I've never had them delivered in a deli cup before.
No, I didn't. That seems like a cooler way, actually.
Yeah. So it's easy because bob them straight into me container. Done. Bosh. Perfect. No messy. Oh, just what I wanted as well. Just past that, just at the small stage. Perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. Nice one, dude. Spot on that. Arthur's a bit ill.
Is he?
Yeah, he's laid up on sofa. He never does that. You know when he's ill. You know when he's ill. Ever since he was like a little wee baby, he whenever he's not feeling very well, he lays like face down with his bum up in the air and his hands under his arms, just like in kind of semi-fetal position. That's his like go-to position, and he still does it now to this day.
Yeah.
Like 8 years later, he still does it. Whenever he's a bit under the weather, he just lays out, and which is just not like him because he never sits still. You know, he's so restless. He never sits. He's got better at like sitting with the iPad and sitting but you know, I mean, you've seen him on the garden. He's always like doing his little laps or running up and down or moving around. He never, you know, now and again he'll sit in one place on the iPad if he finds a nice spot, but it's very rare. So you know he's not well when he lays, and he never lays down. Never ever lays down. You know, he doesn't know the meaning of the word like chill out and relax.
Yeah.
It's just not natural for him to do that. You know what I mean?
But at least like you know that by him doing that, then he's ill.
Yeah, he's not right. When I picked him up from school, his teacher said that he said he'd been okay. We knew he was tired this morning because we knew he weren't right because he didn't eat his breakfast.
Yeah.
He didn't have any breakfast. He didn't have any water, and he did like three kind of runny poos yesterday. So we nearly didn't take him in, to be honest. If he'd been throwing up, we wouldn't have taken him in. But just because he was only like going to the toilet, we just took him in. But she said he was like okay all day. He was on good form, and then like about 2:15, he just like crashed. She said he went white as a sheet. said he weren't sick or anything, but he was just like, he just kind of just sat in a corner, but keeping himself to himself, which he said he don't normally do, sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's usually always like getting involved and doing stuff. So, but yeah, so as soon as we came in, he just like laid out on the sofa with his bum up in air, and he's dozed off now, so that's good. He's having a little nap, which again he never does. He never ever.
Yeah,
Even when
yeah.
he was a baby, he never used to nap in the afternoon. Even when he was like really young, you know how most babies have like 2 or 3 naps a day. We could never get him to have a nap, even when he was that young. Never ever napped, which obviously is not great for us.
Yeah.
But, right, that's them.
Obviously just caught up with him on it.
You what, dude?
It's obviously just caught up with him.
Yeah, it's just I think the whole COVID thing this whole week. I think it's finally finally got him. So, but yeah. Yeah, the idea I've had it's another game type thing.
All right.
So it's yeah.
But
Wow,
you'll
these they're nice. These sea marnies are tiny. I assume these are the sea marnies. Yeah. Look.
Oh yeah, did he?
Well, it's cool because they're already in. They're in their own little pots. All I've got to do is take the tissue out. Look, there's already got substrate in them.
Yep.
So basically, just take out the. That's quality. That is, man. I'm buying from this guy again. This is that guy I said I'd. I forget his name. I think he's something like that. I need.
You broke up then.
I was already friends with him, and
Start that again. You broke up.
oh yeah, I was I was just about to say I'll order from this guy again. It's the guy I've not dealt with before. I think his name's it's Neil Blackwell or something like that. I can't remember. Again.
All right.
Do you know him?
I
think he's known in the hobby. I just didn't really know him.
Yeah, he's mates with ads, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, that's the only way I stumbled across him, because you know how I said I couldn't get any small roaches from Piotr, and he said he didn't have any come through. I was just desperate to get some, mainly for when you came, really, because I know you like to use them for the trues and stuff. So I was like just looking around, and I just stumbled across. He was commenting or something on one of Ads's posts, I think it was. About how it. Oh, that's right. Somebody was asking best places for roaches. It was one of those type of posts.
I'm gonna say, like, now that you've said that,
I do remember seeing him like post about if you want roaches, get in touch.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. I can't remember whether it was him making a post about roaches or whether or not it was. I think it was one of those posts where people were like, best places for roaches, and Adzi had tagged him, so straight away I was on it, and I clicked on him, went to his homepage, and realised that we were already friends. So I just messaged him and asked him what he'd got, and he had the small roaches. I think not a bad price either. I think they were about, can't remember how much he charged me now. It was about 30 quid or something for like 1,000, 1,100.
Yeah, that's not bad. That.
For 1,100 small roaches, which is pretty good. I think Piotr charges about the same, 30 to 35 quid for 1,000. So I went along with it, and then that's when I asked him, like, we got chatting, and I asked him if he did anything else, besides roaches and stuff, and he said he breeds the odd teas now and again, sort of thing, and that's when he told me about the sea manis. So yeah. But I love the fact that they're in these little tubs with just with the tissue over the top. You just take the tissue out and they're already set up. I ain't got to do anything. Bargain. And he was like, I've put you a couple of freebies in, man, so make sure you don't just count out the 20 and then throw it away. I says, dude, I've been doing this long enough now to know never to just like pick
You've
out
always
what.
got a check, like, no matter what.
It was like I'm an eternal optimistic dude. It's like, you know, I'll take them out and then I'll just forage down. You know, I'll always double check the box to make sure, just in case I've got any freebies. 6, 12, 18. So yeah. Once, 18, 20, 21, 22. 2 freebies, man. That's all right. 2 freebies, considering they were already cheap at £3 each. So I'm pleased with that, and I'm doubly pleased they've come in these like type of pots. That's a good idea. That is. I like that. I've never seen that before. And let's have a look at the. Can't believe there's still nobody watching. What's going on? I suppose it is Friday tea time.
Yeah.
Everyone's ordering their takeaways and stuff, aren't they? I suppose.
Settling down for film night.
It's fine. It's fine. If people have got no better to do, got better things to do than be wheels, man, then that's fine.
Nobody loves me.
So this is the one from. This should be the Jumping Spiders ones. Oh my goodness. Tin foil. Uh-oh, it's a sweetie person. Sweets and stuff, lollies, drumsticks, all that good stuff. Skittles, mini pack of Skittles. It's not a bad haul.
Right, is it?
Two Mayome stripes. There they are. A drumstick and a miniature packet of Skittles. Bargain. I'll go in the sweet drawer. Right, let's see what we can see. We've got color-coded dots. So I'll be very disappointed. I'm fully expecting a key somewhere. Can't go colour coding your tubs. You're not going to provide a key.
You've got to buy that separately.
James is in the house. How's it going, James? You alright, dude?
Yep, James.
I think he's gone again because according to Little Eye, there's nobody watching. Unless James
don't watch.
James is so sneaky, he's able to watch things without people knowing about it. Yeah, see, he's watching. How is he watching? But the Little Eye saying nobody's watching, but he's there. How is that possible? What is going on? James has got some secret kind of espionage type software somewhere, man, and allows him to like watch people's live streams without Streamyard noticing that he's there. No idea he's there though. Yeah, the little eye icon that I have in the corner, man. According to that, there's nobody watching. So there you go. There you go, then, dude. Now we know. Wow, now we know it's not always correct. There are times when it says 0, but there's actually somebody might be watching. So we'll have to be careful in future. Anyway, nice one, James. How are you, my friend? You all right, buddy? How's the AZ Dodis getting on? Just doing a little unboxing. Well, there's no key, but I do know that there were only 4 of one type and several of the other. So I think by the powers of my deduction, I could work out which ones are which. There we go, sorted. So we've got 9 of one and 4 of the other, and I can't remember which ones are which.
And you're not allowed the key neither.
You what, dude?
And you're not allowed the key neither.
No, I've got no key. It's a good job I'm not a complete doofus. I can figure it out myself. As you notice, are just the best, Mitch. Oh, that's nice. Admired them from afar for ages. Oh, I'm glad I could help, dude. Yeah, man. I'll be honest, James. I know what you mean, saying I did the hard work, but to be fair, they've been a joy to raise. To be fair, dude, I only lost a few. I bought about 7 pairs back last year. Well, whenever it was, and I think I only lost a couple along the way. So to be fair, they were relatively straightforward. So yeah, they've been a joy really. So yeah, I'm glad they've moved on to. That's why I took them to the show, because I like to take. I always end up with, like, especially some species. I always end up with loads of females at the end. When you keep too many for yourself, and just to double check, especially if it's a relatively new species that you've been keeping, you always keep more than you need, obviously. Yeah, because I ended up getting more to adult than I thought I was going to get, I was able to do what I've done and take a few to the show, and yeah, they do. They can fly. Well, you'll have noticed that they even for the females, the wings are really long on the females, aren't they? So if you didn't know any better and you didn't have a male to compare it to, you might very well fall into that trap of thinking the females were actually males, because at first glance the females do look like males unless you've got a male to make a direct comparison. So yeah, I'm not surprised they fly, because they're really light as well. They're feather light, those Asiadotis. So
I think you put a video of it on.
Oh, did it? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I've had 1 or 2 like jump out and do a little flirt around the room sort of thing. So small males are really quite common for that. Obviously male orchids and male ghosts as well. They fly quite well. So yeah. Yeah, good. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying them, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying them, and they seem to do quite well for quite a long time, actually. So I'm hopefully you'll get a good few months out of them. Hi, Shona, you all right? Just going to check on Arthur. Yeah, he's still laid out, so. Right, well, they all seem all right anyway. It's good.
I was saying to you, wasn't I, about the Canthops with James?
Yeah, I know we were talking about Canthops. Oh, you just mentioned that James had a hatch, did you say? Do you mean?
Yeah, it was James that I'd seen that had them.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Are they? Is that your own? Is that your own breeding, James, or did you buy the youth in? I'm just curious. No. It's just a question. Don't worry. Sorry, I'm just looking for somewhere to put these things in. Sidex is in the house. How's it going, dude? You all right, Francis? Yeah, I do love the pseudo-Canthops and the Canthops, the genus. I do love the, when they hatch. I do love the style when they hatch and they just stay. They all stay on the youth in rows like terracotta warriors. I love it. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's all right. Well, at least it hatched on you, so that's good. To be fair, I was having this conversation with Gav the other day. Pseudo-Canthops and Acanthopsis. They're a couple of the few species that 9 times out of 10, if there's an ooth produced, it'll be fertile. They don't tend to. They generally don't produce ooths if they've not been paired. So usually, Acanthops, Pseudo-Acanthops, Metilia, all those that produce those certain really quite broad bean style type.
Like this lovely sample here.
They're generally fertile, those ooths. So yeah. So when you're buying in, it's there's always a risk, obviously, but there's usually less of a risk when you're buying like one of those species ooths in terms of them not being fertile, sort of thing. So that's in my experience anyway. But obviously, there's always an exception to the rule. So yeah. I'm getting there, thanks, Francis. Yes, mate. I feel a little bit in my ear. My sinuses are still pretty bad, and I'm still bunged up, especially in the mornings. I slowly get a little bit better during the day, and then like early evening into the evening, I start getting really rough again. And it's just coming. It's like a cycle wave like that. It's really. So yeah, it's just lingering on, man. But thanks anyway. But generally I'm okay. I'm just getting a bit sick of it now. You know what I mean? Because I feel like my head's immersed in water half the time. That's how I feel. It's really weird. So I'm actually worse. I've actually suffered worse with it this time than I did the first time I got it a few months ago. So. But I'm still ticking on, man. I'm still breathing. So thanks anyway. Anyway, yeah. I hope you guys are all right. Anyway, mate. Yeah. So I hope you, Ebbs, and family and the girls are all well. Good. Yeah. They're a nice. They're a nice family, aren't they? They're a nice gene. All the genus. They're nice. I like them. Yeah, good fun to have. Oh, you've got COVID. You've got COVID right now, do you, James? Is it your first time with it, man, or have you had it before? Not that matters, obviously. I'm just curious. Yeah, it's doing the rounds again. I was listening on the radio earlier, and apparently there's a really high percentage of people down with COVID again at the moment.
No, it don't exist anymore.
There's a couple of new variants of Omicron kicking around at the moment, doing the rounds. So yeah, it's gone mad again. So there you go.
It's gonna keep doing that though, isn't it? It's something like flu, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's eventually it'll just keep getting watered down eventually, just like flu, So that's just the way it's going to go. It's the natural evolution of it. Yeah, well, I hope you're not feeling too rough with it, James, and I hope you feel better soon, man. Yeah, I was triple jabbed, man. When I first got it, I basically had my second booster, my third jab, about 2 weeks before I got my first COVID experience. So luckily, because I'd only had my jab 2 weeks before it, I actually just got away with a bit of a mild cold. Nowhere near as kind of intense as what it has been for me this week. But this second time round, because I've not had another jab in all that time, I'm definitely feeling it. I've definitely felt it a lot more this last week. So, yeah. Yeah, there you go. 4th time since September for Shona. Oh my God. So sorry, man. It's, yeah. Well, I hope you're all feeling better soon, Shona, and you're not feeling too rough on it, man. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, we carry on. Thanks, Francis. Cheers, mate. Right, I'm just going to go and check on Arthur again.
I believe so, yeah. I think he's on about doing them all now. But don't quote me on that. It could change.
Yes, James, we'll be there, my friend. We'll be there, of course. It's I don't know whether Gav just answered that question, but yeah.
I did.
Yeah, we'll be there, man.
Don't quote me on that. I said that could change yet.
Well, we're going because it's another show that's not a million miles away for us. I mean, I know Coventry's not exactly down the road, but it's down the road compared to bloody Bristol and Brighton.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely be at that one, dude. Whew, I've got a bit out of breath. That's the other thing I'm kind of struggling with as well. I keep getting a little bouts of breathlessness. But no, not yet, dude. It's all very hush-hush still at the moment, man. So
it's just the date that's been changed, isn't it?
Yeah, the dates. We know the date. We just don't know the location yet. So I love it. It's all very cloak and dagger, isn't it? It's great. Let's see what I'm supposed to be feeding. I'm supposed to be feeding these females. So yes, yeah, I can't remember exactly when it is because I've got all the dates. All the dates are kind of mixed up in my head now at the moment. I'm still because I don't check. I just check the calendar every now and again. So, but I think the Coventry one is that slotting in between Glasgow and hang on, it's Bristol on the 31st of this month, and then it's Glasgow on the second week or 2 weeks after that, second week in August, and then it's the IHS the first week in September, which is 2 weeks after Glasgow, and then I think it might be the Coventry Show 2 weeks after that. So I think I'm not. Don't quote me on this, but I think the new Coventry Show may very well be about the third week in September.
9th of October.
9th of October. There you go. So I was I was almost there.
At the Sports Connection.
Yeah. So there you go. 9th of October. That's the Coventry one. And that's the only one in October, I think, isn't it? Because then it's and then it's Brighton Bedford, I think. Bedford's... Oh, I can't remember.
Bristol, 31st of July. I don't know what list is.
It's all right, dude. I think we've just about nailed it. So yeah. Anyway, we'll be there. We're going to be pretty much most of them now. The only one we possibly might not be going to is Brighton, but that's it. Just depends. I don't know. Yeah, I always forget about the AES. I think it's because AES is not generally a breeder's sort of meet. It's more of a it's the Amateur Entomological Society, isn't it? So it's more of a educational stroke pinned academic-y more sort of thing. It's not. I think there's a few. I think there's there's a few choice tables of breeders and sellers there. I think, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not
like
it's the kind of show people go to buy inverts. Do you know what I mean? It's more of a family orientated gathering of awareness of the whole thing. I've never actually been. I'm just thinking off the top of my head what I remember reading about it a long time ago. It's not really a show, so to speak, in the way that we think of them.
Yeah, a little bit more like the one that Warren used to do.
Yeah, a little bit, but just a little bit more, just less selling type stuff. I think so. Yeah, I think that's what it is. To be honest, I mean, don't get me wrong. I might be mistaken. I haven't really. I tend to just like. I tend to just not really think too much about the AES, really, just because I've always had this idea that that's the kind of show it is. So, plus I've got enough on. So, I meant to tune into what's his name's making some big announcement. Have you? Did you see about it on YouTube? Did you get the Al's Arachnids?
Oh no!
They did a premiere at 5:00. It was his caption is "This is big, huge update for the channel." So I meant to tune in, but then I forgot. So I don't know. I have to go back and have a look at that, see what he's up to. It may be that he's gone. I mean, I don't know how many subscribers he had. Maybe he's just gone he's monetized his channel or something. I don't
know. He used to have a fair few. I think he was in his 600.
I thought he had several thousand subscribers, or a few thousand anyway. I can't remember. I'll have a look later. I haven't seen. Have you seen? Have you watched any of Gav's new videos yet? Because I still don't know. I still haven't seen what his new shed looks like. So anyway, what's going on? Anybody in the house who we've not spoken to yet? No, I don't think so. So are you? So what else did you get from from Doncaster then, James? If you're still there, dude, did you get anything else? I know you got the 2 AZ Dodis from me. I can't remember. Oh yeah, you got the Tamalompa, didn't you? I think as well. I think you got that adult female from me as well. There's not much going on with my beetle activity, is the beetle cam so far? Not really.
There's not.
Just stop doing that now. Sorting my camera out.
Yeah, it's all right. I was just asking if you'd seen. I don't know whether you watch Gav's channel.
I do when I remember to.
Yeah. Well,
Go
I
back
don't think he's been posting much, but I think he's got his new shed now. I just wondered if you'd seen it yet. I've not seen anything. I think he just posted a new video just recently. It was what's his missus's name? Can't remember her name now. Her top 5 tarantulas or something. I think it was in the new bug shed, so in the new Gav's shed.
I haven't really been on social media though, have I? I was saying this to you yesterday.
Yeah, but I don't really count YouTube as social media.
Yeah, I suppose.
Do you know what I mean? It's like a separate entity. I feel that's the way I perceive it anyway. But I think that's. Do you know why I think it? I see it that way is because I'm more involved in that. It's like I keep it. It's like a completely separate thing for me. So, but anyway, what's James said? Didn't get anything else. He's too tight to spend any money. That's what happened. Yeah, fair enough, dude. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think James said to me before that he generally just focuses on like a few species at a time, breeds them, and then moves on to like, or was that Adam? Might be Adam who said that. Adam Collinson. I think I was speaking to him about that. I think it's actually him that said
It's not a bad idea though, is it? If you're limited on space.
If you're limited on space, it's a sensible idea. Especially if keeping inverts is more about learning the life cycles and about the species itself and going on to like breed them and learn as much as you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes taking too much on is you end up learning. You don't really learn much because you end up
overlooking stuff, don't you?
You end up overlooking stuff because you're taking on too much. So I think focusing on just a few species at a time, or maybe even just one or two, you can really give it your complete attention, can't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And really learn what you need, what you want to learn, or everything there is to learn, or whatever, and then move on to the next species. It's a nice way to do it if that's if you're not interested in like breeding and selling and turning it into something like this.
Yeah.
Then it's a nice way to do it, I think. So.
It's not James because he's got 33 species.
It's not James. It is Adam. I remembered as I was saying it, I realised it wasn't James who said that. It was Adam. So I remember Adam saying he focuses on like 3 or 4 species at a time and then moves on to the next one. So Joy. You're obviously a true hobbyist, James. You just can't you can't help yourself. Well, if you've got the space, why not? And if you can, as long as you've got the time, space, and the time to put into them, and then
it's when it loses that fun element in it. When it becomes a chore, then
exactly. Yes, Shona, I don't have the 30 by 30 on the website. I've been very lazy since this whole year. The website's nowhere near up to date. I've got a whole bunch of other enclosures, double door designs that aren't on the website. The 30 by 30 by 30s aren't on the website either, and I've probably only got about 40% of my entire species stock on the website that I've actually got available. I've got more. I've got more stock.
I want to keep it all.
I've got more inverts for sale that aren't on the website that I actually have listed on the website. It's ridiculous. So there's like about 60% more species I've got here than what it seems. So on the surface, it looks like it's mainly just mantis and not much else going on. But in reality, I've actually got tons of other stuff going on. So yeah, I'm absolutely useless. I need to. I'm going to update my list this weekend and get it posted on the page anyway, so people can see what more I've got. So yes, Shona, message me. I'll also be taking. I always take them to the shows as well. So if you're going to be going to the shows, so yeah, aging adults, so I was planning on reducing a lot. Yeah, well, but you've just said you've got like four more species coming in. So you're not really, are you?
Francis, if you ask Ebs, she's got it.
Right, I just need to do something else. Yeah, those beetles aren't. No, there's no list. Shut up.
I've just said to her, I says, Ebs has got it because she asked me how much a specific enclosure was, so I just sent her a list.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, because the list you've got's got all the prices on as well, hasn't it?
Yeah. But it's not one of those kinds of lists.
So the 29, 30, end of May, June. Yeah. So the male and female majusculars are ready. I might have a go at pairing them this weekend.
Nice.
See how that goes.
What's that count at now?
What, sorry?
What's that count now from other week?
What do you mean?
The pairs.
Oh, I don't know. Well, actually, I because obviously I had that week where I paired 4 species. That other week, I actually didn't pair anything this last week because obviously I've just not been.
Yeah, you've been
feeling motivated. But I've obviously just paired the Rhombodeiras as well, which is still pairing. So yeah, that's 5 pairs in the last 2 weeks, I think, 2 to 3 weeks. And I've still got loads lined up. Majusculars, well, I listed them off earlier, didn't I, to you? I think I've got about another 6 pairs lined up.
Yeah. That ghost pair as well.
You what, sorry? Oh, yeah, the ghost pair.
pair.
So that's 6 pairs. So yeah, 6 pairs I've paired up in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good. To be honest, it's the reason for that is because it's my fault for I let him get backed up a little bit. I needed to. The holiday came at a weird time. I was supposed to be breeding, So
yeah,
I've things have just like I've had a bit of a concertina effect. They've just got backed up a bit, and now I'm just like pumping them out now, sort of thing. So, well, they're kind of like they. To be honest, James, I don't know whether or not they are bacillus or not. They definitely look like bacillus, but I'm kind of because I'm not sure. I'm kind of just referring to them as CF bacillus. So because I'm not entirely sure, or I might just go with Rhombodeira species. I don't know yet. I mean, the genus, you know as well, man. The genus is a bit of a mess, really. There's a few species that are getting a bit mixed up, really. I think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm hoping the male. I've got 2 males. I've got another pair to pair up, and fingers crossed the males survive the process. And if they survive, I'm going to, when they've passed, I'm going to bung them in the freezer, and I'm going to send them out to looked at, basically, so we can find out what species they are, because it'd be nice to know for certain what they are. So, yeah. Oh, there you go. So, okay. Now, I'm trying to remember now then, dude, whether or not I gave you that pair. When did I give you that pair then, James? Because I might be able to work out. Because I might have given you a pair that came from the same batch as these that I'm pairing right now. That would be interesting to know. Because I've still got me male and female, the parents of this, this new generation of Corydodes CF Starly that I've got. I've still got the parents in the freezer. I just haven't sent the male off yet to be tested, to be looked at. I need to. I'm basically waiting until I've got 2 or 3 in species and get them all sent off at the same time. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? There's a few. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. There's you can't always tell. You can't always tell. It's not always obvious, even when you think they've got the yellow raptors and they've got this and they've got that. There's you can never be 100% certain. So.
we haven't seen him, Ebbs.
We hadn't seen him. He's he's. I'm sure he's doing. I'm sure he's doing whatever chores you've made. He's supposed to be doing. I'm sure that's what he's doing. Francis, are you in this chat? I'm not doing the dishes. Brilliant. Yeah, if you don't mind, James, because if we can, I might be. I mean, I'm still going to send my mails off anyway, just to get absolute confirmation. But if it would be nice to have an idea beforehand. It'd be nice to put a time frame to it, because I can't. I know you had that pair off me quite a while ago now, so but I'm not entirely sure.
This is a call out to Francis Tustin. Please, can you open the window?
Open the window, it's pouring down your heads.
Yeah, but Steph, we're in Yorkshire.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. It's pouring down your belly.
We get rain like in the middle of summer and it'll be baking hot outside, but still pissing down.
I'm just more worried that she's going to get wet. It might not be raining in Barnsley.
So James, this is the male. This is the other pair. I've got a male and a female that I'm going to pair next. You can see he's got the yellow. That's the male, James. From so I've got a pair here, and then the other pair are actually pairing right now as we speak. They're connected, but this is the male.
It's got almost like a silvery glisten to wings.
Yeah, he's absolutely stunning. You can see the yellow on the lower limb of the raptors. Yeah, I've kind of had my suspicions all along, James. Mainly because he's got all the features, but Velida look exactly the same. So that's why I've gone with, instead of going with like Rhombodera species, I have been going with Rhombodera CF Versalis, because I'm 90% certain they are Versalis. But he's absolutely gorgeous, isn't he? Can't really see him properly, but Yeah, very, very pretty.
And this is a new person. Happy Bum.
It's beautiful. So that's the male, and then I'll show you the female in a sec. But the reason I got the male out and not the female is mainly because the females are a bit jumpy. They can be a bit. She's actually quite small. This female. The male's actually quite. I'm a bit concerned for her. Look, you see how she just jumped straight off. They're a bit. I might not be able to show you it because she might. They tend to be a bit skitty. Females. They tend to run. That's the female.
There's not much difference in size, is there?
No, well, to be honest, this female, for some reason, as you know, you do get size variation on species individuals. Yeah, it's there's a lot of controversy between Velida and Basalis and whether or not they're the same species or not. There's actually there's an old post somewhere where someone did a direct comparison between Velida and Basalis, and they really struggled to find any real differences and whether or not they were just the same or not. Yeah, I've heard the whole narrower pronotum thing as well, James, and there's maybe some value in it, but to be honest, I think people have really struggled over the years to really confirm any real anatomical difference between the two. And also the problem is if they are very close genetically and anatomically, there's a very good chance that they've been interbred anyway over the years. So any real activeness species probably what now.
It's funny when it does that.
What's that?
Oh,
okay. Did it go? Did it go out a little bit?
I'm gonna record it and put it over some music.
It's just as well I never say anything interesting, then, isn't it?
But what I was gonna say then, like after that, was it's like Crib Rotor, isn't it?
Yeah. It's mainly just the two rhomboderas, the Basalis and the Velida. There is a very there's very distinctive differences between a lot of the rhombodera species. Like Latipronotum, they are if you know what you're looking for, they are distinctly different. So and then a few others as well. But the Velida and the Basalis is definitely. For years, there's been a lot of confusion about whether or not they are distinct in the hobby anyway, whether they are distinctly different. But nobody really knows, to be honest. So I've got a feeling the genus has got mixed up. Those two species have been mixed up a little bit. So James said he bought his from me in 9th of September, and. So were they? Yeah, that could be about right then. So how have yours has obviously been and gone then, James, because you said you sent them off to America to be studied. So yeah, but I'll be honest, I don't tend to. I'm always a little bit behind everyone else. Whenever I have any stock and then I sell some stuff on, and I keep stuff from the same kind of booth hatch or whatever, I always see pictures of people posting stuff that they'll say, "Oh, this is that so and so that I bought from you," and how have you got so and so? And I always end up saying, "Well, mine actually are a couple of malts away from being adult yet," because I keep mine all at minimal level kind of development rates. None of mine are, whereas people who just buy individual, the odd mantis, a few mantis, they tend to have temperatures slightly higher. They tend to feed them a little bit more. Whereas all my stuff's like kind of, more, my stuff's kept quite minimally sort of thing. Just because I've got too much there's no rush for me because there's always stuff coming through. So,
Not only that, if you had them all on like the same level going right through, then you just end up with like absolutely load of adults that
I won't be able to keep up. Yeah, I won't be able to keep up. It's the only way. It's the only way I can manage to keep. It's the only way for me to be able to have as many different species as I keep is to keep them all developing at a relatively slow rate. Otherwise, I just wouldn't have time to keep up. So, okay, yeah, he's got Basalis, Kirby, Lachipinota, and Starly. Female Basalis is still with me. There you go. So she's definitely from the. I would say it's the ones you had from me are from this stock, then, James. So brilliant. That's. I mean, like I said, I was 95% certain they were Basalis. That's why I was saying CF Basalis because I was kind of sure, but not 100% positive. But brilliant. I'm really pleased about that because I've had this bloodline for about 4 years now, and I'm really enjoying them, and they're an absolute joy. So I'm really pleased. So if you've had that kind of confirmation, it's just something I've been meaning to do for years, and I've just not, with the whole COVID and Brexit and everything, it all just got put on hold. So I ended up, I know a couple of guys in Europe that I can send them to. So, but I just haven't been able to. So they've just been sat in the freezer with all the other stuff, much to the dismay of the missus, obviously. Sorry, Happy Bun. What we got here? Hi, Joe. Brought them in for RKB in the sun. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Great. Thank you. I hope. Well, thanks for stopping by at the show and buying from us and saying hi. And I hope that Rhombodera is doing well for you. Great. Brilliant. They're a lovely species. They're a little bit too active for my liking. I like a more placid species because the only reason I say that is not because I dislike activity. I love an active mantis. Don't get me wrong, because it's nice. But when you're feeding hundreds of them, day in day out, thousands weekly,
it's just nice to have compliant ones in it.
You want them to just sit still so you can whip the pot off, put the flies in, put the pot on, and move on. Like working on the chain gang, and giving it all that, man. Last thing I need is every time I open the pot, every single mantis jumping out, running away. And it basically slows you down. It slows you down tenfold when you have mantids that jump out of the pot and try to run away every single time you open the pot.
It's same like when you want to get a picture as well, isn't it? It's just
exactly.
Just for one click.
Yeah. It's so yeah. Some species are an absolute delight. They just sit there. You take the lid off, you take the mesh off. They just sit there on the lid. You put some flies in, you pop them back on. Done. I can burn through them. I can burn through a whole bunch in minutes. And it's great. And then you get other species like the Rhomboderas. Hierodulas are a bit like that. Young ghosts are like that. You open the
all right, I'm getting myself off here.
Throughout the community, everyone's like, "Yeah, God, I hate ghosts for that, man." Young ghosts are an absolute nightmare. You open the lid and they're just gone. They just want to run, and
Yeah, as they get older, like as they get to like L5, L6.
Yeah, they start to.
Just
they all
sit
start
there and just not move.
They all start to slow down eventually, but yeah. She's had a molt a couple of days ago. Great, doing well. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's my job. I love it. I can't imagine ever going back to my old life, my old job that I used to do, sort of thing. So this is it for me. It's fantastic. So yeah. No, I'm glad. I'm glad she's doing well for you. You're obviously looking after her really well. If she's molted happily, so good for you. I hope long may it continue. So great. Right, it's time to start feeding this female up anyway, because she's next, baby. That they are still connected, and they as soon as they finish, I'll move on to the next one. You know, I could get loads of pop-ups going. I don't have the space, to be honest. The only reason I don't pair more than 2 or 3 mantis at a time is just because I don't have enough surfaces to put them on.
Well, not only that, when you start getting your hoops, they'll all be end up hatching at the same time.
Well, that's the other thing as well.
You've got to be able to manage it. It's like when you come to doing pairings of teas, you have to stagger it so that you can get so it's manageable without being overwhelmed by thousands swings.
That's exactly right. Right, you know what? Since there's no action going on in the beetles, I'm going to quickly show you the this rhombodera pair. Go look. Hold on. There they are. They've been there.
Strong.
They've been in that position now for 12 hours nearly now, so well and truly in there. Holding fire. Good lad.
For any of those that were here yesterday, this is the one that was on the yucca.
Yep. So that's the rhombodera CF Basalis, but I think we might just go with Basalis because now we've had. I'm glad James.
Well, it seems highly likely, doesn't it? If James has got confirmed.
Yeah. Well, the timeline fits. It's very likely that they're from the same batch as these that I've got here. So I'm quietly confident. And like I said, like I've said before, well, a few times I've said it now, but I'll say it one more time. I've been 90% confident that these were Basalis for all the time I've had them, which has been, like I say, I've had them consistently this bloodline for about 4 to 5 years now. So I've always sold them as Basalis, just because I was pretty confident that's what they were. But it's nice to have that confirmation from James if he sent them, if he sent his mail off to the US to get it to get it confirmed as Basalis. So that's brilliant. So thanks for that, James. Ghost or violin, they seem very similar. You see, in my mind, they're completely different.
Yeah, no, I can get it because
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
It's with the extra bits that they have appendages in it. And...
Yes. It's like they've got the similar sort of almost like a shrubbery kind of adaptation, isn't it? They're not so much leafy. They're more like like a shrub where they've just got like knobbles of like bits of foliage rather than a full blown leaf. It's more like those little kind of protrusions and bits and pieces.
Something about with the crown as well, I think. It's their head.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're just amazing, aren't they?
They are in ghosts. I mean, some of males ones. How long are they?
The male's antennae are like longer than the male's body itself. That's just absolutely ridiculous. I've got an old macro photo somewhere. I'll post it sometime. It's I've got like it's on one of my old albums. I'll see if I can find it. I'll post it. It's just basically a picture of the mantis with his head on sideways like that, and it's just his head and the antennae like really extending right out. Yeah. Just a photo of that, which is quite cool. So yeah. The heads look similar to heads. Okay. Right, let's see what I'm doing next. I'm just going to go and check on Arthur.
Indeed.
What?
I said indeed.
Oh, I thought you said it.
Right. He's still fast asleep, bless him.
Oh, bless.
Bless his little cotton socks. I'll get the shoe. Oh dear, shoe's a bit of a thing, isn't it, with Ev? Does Francis get the shoe? Quite. I mean, how often does Francis get the shoe? I bet he gets it every day.
Right, you're going in the chucky.
Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. What did Happy Bun say? Oh, it's Joe, isn't it? That's right.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Joe. It's fine. Honestly, don't feel like you've got to be tippy typing all the time. Get your camera set up. Get your camera set up while you're doing your little jobs in future. Come and say hi. Jump on the stream. Show us what you're up to. So, yeah, I'm probably going to have to end the stream in a bit. I always have to end up ending these streams quite abruptly because there's usually a reason I have to go.
Yeah.
But, so I always give people warning. So yeah, the stream could end like pretty quickly at any time. So just so you know, guys. But there you go. James says gongies are just awesome. The end. So can't really argue with that. Gongies are pretty awesome. I've got quite a few gongies in at the moment. So I've got me. This is another pair I'm gonna pair up soon. It's my Hierodula Golden.
Nice.
Hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care. So there you go, Hierodula species Golden. She's quite pretty. She's quite small. Another female that's quite small. All right, James. Thanks for dropping by, man. Take it easy, mate. So yeah, there she is. Look, with her hands on the air and the leg out. What's with leg out?
Doing it okay.
Hello.
Wow. I'm just looking at some pictures of my mummies.
Look at her. Just wants a big hug.
Oh.
I'm getting on a bit.
Lovely colour, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, she's a beaut. Yeah, I've already paired one. She's still not laid me an ooth yet, though. But hopefully. I'll pair her again soon. She's quite old, actually, to be honest. But she's not laid an ooth yet, so I say she's quite old. She's just not laying. So she might be waiting. She doesn't want to go back in a little box. Yeah. So yeah.
That was like that spiny yesterday, wasn't it?
Just waiting for this.
No, not going in.
Oh,
I
yeah.
pretty whack out of the side.
That's
hop
what that
back
mantis
onto
were
me.
doing to me last night.
Yeah, that's because that were a ghost.
Yeah, that's what it was doing when it was terrorising me. Yeah, right on to Have you seen it becoming worried?
This is the male. He's the male. He's almost exactly the same sort of colour as the Hierodula species blue. I could quite easily sell him as a Hierodula species blue, and nobody'd know any wiser. He's got.
And he's the male that goes with the golden.
Yeah, that's the male. Go with that golden. I mean, he's basically got. You can see all his gold is hidden under.
Yeah.
Look, can you see? He's got.
That's mad that they're like worlds apart in colour wise.
Yeah, he's more of a beautiful aquamarine sort of greeny blue sort of colour, but the inside of his raptors is golden, and then the inside of his prothorax is golden, and his underside. So he's got some really beautiful markings.
Did we get a name for videos?
We might have done, but I might have forgotten. I think we did get a name. Is it? I want to say, no, not Sam. Sam was the guy.
Sam was the American guy.
Yeah, videos by the Mad Animal House. I'm really sorry, but we've between us we've forgotten your name. I'm really sorry. But anyway, hello.
Oh, yeah. Good bet. Mandy's just said Danielle.
Danielle, well done, Mandy. Thank you. Yes, Danielle. There we go. Danielle, we've got it. Oh, there's already a roach in there. Already had a roach in there. What's the matter with you? See, he's just not hungry. Just wants to get it on.
Yeah.
Just wants to get it.
Yeah, confirmed it's Danielle.
Chicka bow wow. Yeah, it's Danielle. There we go. We'll remember now. We like to try and get people's names, just mainly because we like to. We like to have a nice little friendly sort of community where we all get to know each other. So it's nice.
Not so formal.
Not so formal. Although you could argue Danielle is more formal than videos by the Mad Animal House.
Cool.
You don't want to go in either. Nobody wants to go in. They just want to get jiggy. That's what's going on. Dun, dun, dun. Mandy, I'm sure. I bet you're useful all the time, Mandy. Well, all right, maybe not all the time, but a lot of the time. No, it's all right. It's all right. You weren't paying attention. What are you doing here then? No, that's good. You know what that means? That means that Danielle is here doing exactly for the same reason as why we're all here. We're all just hanging out, doing our little jobs. We're not. It's not like we're all sat here watching, listening, hanging on every word. Thank God. And we're just hanging out, doing our thing. Some people might be cooking dinner. Some people might be looking after the kids, or they might be, feeding their bugs or cleaning out or whatever, doing whatever. That's what it's all about. That's what we're trying to create here. So I think I'm definitely going to do the stream tomorrow night, guys. By the way, going to go back to the Wednesday. I want to get back into the Wednesday and Saturday. I'm still going to do these little streams, these little like dropping in and out streams, but the more like kind of bells and whistles type streams. The one where we make a bit more of a fuss and put a bit more gusto into it, you know.
That usually have a topic as well.
They usually have They usually have a mission. I'm usually like either doing I'm usually always doing a rehouse, but so yeah, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. I do need to. I was planning on rehousing the Seamani and the new jumpers, but the Seamani don't really need rehousing. They basically need. I'm gonna basically what I'll do is I'll just put a little piece of birch bark in there because they've got nothing in there at the moment. So I'll probably do probably rehouse the jumpers, and I'm thinking of rehousing my secret for my Father's Day present, which I haven't forgotten, Gav. Don't you worry, my friend. I'm planning on doing a rehouse on that bad boy. Probably may even be tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't decided. So
Nice.
So yeah, the missus is home. The car is pulling up on the driveway. So that means, guys, I'm going to tune out for now. The boss is back. I've got to get dinner on, and I've got to warn her that Arthur's asleep on the sofa before she comes crashing in.
Yeah.
Right, guys, thank you so much. I'll probably be back in a few hours, maybe, but enjoy the weekend if I don't see you again before then. So thank you very much, guys, for hanging out, and I'll speak to you soon.